Welcome to the Gaffer's Vault. Today we're zeroing in on a single World Cup performance that honestly felt like a passing of the torch. The exact moments a 19-year-old phenom showed the world that a new era of football was dawning. Let's set the scene. It's the 2018 World Cup. Round of 16, and this was a massive clash, pitting a living legend, Lionel Messi, maybe on his last real shots at the trophy, against a teenage prodigy who was, well, just getting started. This really tells the whole story, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the legend, Messi, 31 years old, the global icon, the weight of an entire nation on his shoulders. And on the other, the phenom, Kylian Mbappe, just 19, the €180 million kid about to become France's top guy. The game barely gets going when Mbappe just does something incredible. A moment of pure, raw, breathtaking speed that completely changed the direction of the match and sent a shockwave through the whole tournament. A ball gets cleared deep inside his own half, and he just hits the jets. It was like a blue blur streaking down the pitch that left everyone, defenders and spectators alike, absolutely stunned. And when you actually break down the moment of genius, it's even more impressive. This wasn't just running in a straight line. Look at the sequence. He gets the pass. His first touch absolutely perfect, at full speed. Mind you, he blows by 5 defenders like they are standing still, and then draws the foul. It was just wow. So what's the end result of that one single run? A penalty, which Griezmann scores, and France is up 1-0. The big takeaway here isn't just that he made a good run. The takeaway is that Mbappe just announced to the world that he himself is a one-man counterattack. But of course, this is Argentina we're talking about. They fought back, they scored twice, and suddenly they're leading 2-1. With the game on the line, the teenager didn't just show up, he took complete control and total control of the game. This was a true masterclass. And this just shows you how versatile he is. His first goal, you have a ball bouncing around in a chaotic penalty box. Most guys would just smash it in hope. Not him. He shows incredible poise, takes a touch to make some space, and slots it home with his weaker foot. Then just 4 minutes later, pure raw power, a lightning fast counter, a great pass from Giroud, and deadly cool finish into the corner. Just let that sink in for a minute. We're talking about 4 minutes of play on the biggest stage in all of sports. With his country trailing in a knockout game, he scores 2 goals to completely flip the script. This wasn't just a flash in the pan, this was a sustained, brutal, match-winning assault. But a performance like this almost never happens just because of one guy's talent. It was also set up by a brilliant and actually pretty simple tactical plan from France's coach. So, France played with what's called an asymmetrical formation. Basically, they put a super hard-working midfielder out on the left wing, but his job wasn't really to attack. His real job was to become Lionel Messi's shadow for 90 minutes. And this table here shows exactly the genius of that plan. Basically, the plan was to give Mbappe some space, where Mbappe was waiting to pounce. So by packing their own left side defensively, France basically created a vacuum on their right. Argentina's defence got pulled away out of position, and Mbappe was given this massive open highway to run into on the counter-attack. That's exactly how he scored his second goal, just tactical perfection. And the ripple effects of this one performance were huge. This wasn't just a win for France. This was the game that fundamentally changed how the entire footballing world saw Kylian Mbappe. Let's just pause on this for a second. 19, he pulled off that insane 70-yard run, scored 2 ice-cold goals, and completely dominated the game, all as a teenager, in a do-or-die World Cup match against Lionel Messi's Argentina. The scale of that achievement is it's hard to wrap your head around. You see, before this game, he was France's exciting young player, their prodigy. After this game, he was their talisman. He was the guy they looked to when they needed to win. In the span of 90 minutes, he went from a player of potential to the main man. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? After this match, you couldn't just call him one of the best young players in the world anymore. He was simply one of the best players in the world, period. The future had officially arrived. Which brings us to the final really big question. When you think about this stage, the opponent, the sheer dominance of his speed, his power, his finishing, was this the greatest performance by a teenager in the history of the World Cup? It was so complete, so important, that people now put it right up there with Pele's legendary debut back in 1958. Now that is a debate for the ages.